Hi everyone, I'm Nicole Guillaume with Guiding Echoes, the channel that is devoted to your spiritual and personal growth. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can connect to your spirit guides. Now, there's 3 different methods that I want to share with you. And the very first one is meditation. Now, I know you probably saw that coming because whenever we talk about enhancing our intuition, our psychic abilities, or gaining some type of divine information, meditation always comes up, doesn't it? Well, for good reason. Meditation helps you to clear your mind so that you can make room for the messages that the universe wants to bring to you. And the same is true of our guides. So, my advice is to prepare yourself for a few days for this exercise. And you do that by practicing a very simple mindfulness meditation. Now, I have a video on YouTube that will walk you through the steps of a mindfulness meditation. It's called Meditation for Beginners, and I will link to that in the description area down below. So, if you're new to meditation, watch that video, follow along with it. It's going to help you to get in a meditative state. Once you've done that for a few days, I recommend doing a different meditation. At that point, what you'll want to do is play some very soft music to help you get in the mood, and you will sit or lie down in a position that is comfortable for you. You will place your awareness on your breath for, I would say, maybe 4 or 5 breaths, and just wait until you feel your body relaxing. So imagine that you are in an environment that is safe and comfortable for you. This could be a coffee shop, it could be your living room, it could even be outside on your favorite park bench. Just imagine that you're someplace that is safe and cozy for you. And in your mind's eye, imagine that you are waiting to meet up with one of your friends, and this friend happens to be your spirit guide. So in your mind's eye, imagine that your spirit guide is walking towards you, and let your mind put this picture together in whatever way works for you. Don't try to judge the image that comes to you. Don't say to yourself, oh, I must be doing this right. Just allow the image to form itself. And what you may notice when you initially start doing this is you may not get a clear image. You may notice that there is the shape of a body or a light beam, but you can't make out the details, or you may not see anything at all, but you will feel a very warm presence coming towards you. And that's wonderful, because really what we want you to do is to just make contact, right? When we first start doing exercises like this, the main goal is to just make contact. Now, a word of caution, if you're stressing out over this, it may not work for you, because if you're scared, or if you're wondering or if you're thinking to yourself, this isn't going to work, I'm terrible at meditation, who am I fooling? That is a really good way to just shut the door in your mind and say, nope, I'm not going to meet anyone after all. I'm too afraid, I'm not good at this. So just relax, just take the pressure off of yourself, try this exercise. Tell yourself it's an experiment. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, that's okay too. You're experimenting right now. Also know that you may have to do this a few times before you get any results. Okay, so don't just try it once and say, it didn't work for me. Try it a few times, all right? Try it a few times and see what happens. Once you're able to make that contact, you and your guide should be able to start sending messages to each other. So he'll speak to you telepathically. You're most likely not going to see their lips move. You're just going to be picking up thoughts from them, and it may come in the form of words, or it may come in symbols or images, or even memories from your past if they're trying to convey a specific message or emotion to you, or you may even feel different emotions well up inside of you. So these are all the different ways that your guides can use to communicate with you. The second way to connect with your spirit guide is through writing, specifically journaling. So what you will do is you'll go ahead and open up your Word doc or your Google's doc, or blank journal, and get some paper and a pen, and you just start writing a letter to your guide. And as you are focused on what you want to ask your guide, you may start to notice that you feel a different energy surround you. You may notice that the room gets kind of cool. You may notice that it gets kind of warm. You may notice that you get little tingles. These are all symptoms that can arise when our spirit guides come near us. So pay attention to the atmosphere when you are connecting with your guide. Pay attention to any physical sensations that you feel, because some people do report feeling something physical when their spirit guide enters the room. Gordon Smith has a book in which he talks about a exercise called the calling card. And in that exercise, what he does is he tells people to meditate and ask their spirit guide to show them the calling card. And the calling card is usually a physical sensation. So he talks about how one of his students would feel their cheek get really hot whenever his spirit guide was near him. So he would always know that his spirit guide was near him when his cheek would get extremely hot. So that's a sensation. That is a physical sensation that you may receive when your spirit guide is near. So just pay attention to that. So as you're writing out your letter to your spirit guide, notice if you start to get any information intuitively. Notice if any thoughts begin to pop up as you are writing out your problems or questions in your journal or in your words document, because that is typically what will happen. When we start to get in the zone, when we are in the vibe, it opens up our energy so that our guides can come work through us. So don't be surprised if, as you are writing out a question or a problem, if the answer just starts to appear for you. That is totally normal, and it's actually what you want. So try that exercise and see how it works out. The third way to communicate with your guide is to just start talking to them. You can talk to them out loud, you can talk to them in your mind, but just start that conversation with them. You don't have to go into meditation, you don't have to do the writing, just start talking and see what happens. Usually what will happen is, if you are talking to your guide, you're probably not going to get too much information intuitively, because when we're talking, of course, all we can hear is our own voice and our own thoughts, right? But what will happen is your guide will start putting different synchronicities in place for you. So if you ask your guide a question about your love life or your finances, you may notice that when you're at the bookstore, if you're looking at a different book, a book about the finances will fall at your feet and it'll be in the wrong section. Or you may find that as you're asking about your love life, a song will come on the radio and it seems to speak to your situation. It gives you advice. Right there in that song is your answer. Those are all different ways that your guide can speak to you as well. So start paying attention to the different signs and signals that happen around you. Spirit can speak to us in ways that are very subtle, so it's really important that we open up our awareness and begin looking for the different ways that they are providing answers to us. So there you go. Those are the 3 easiest ways to connect with your spirit guides. Now, if there is something that I forgot to mention here, if you have a method that you really enjoy that you think other people will benefit from, please put that in the comment section down below so other people can read it and learn from it, because that's what this community is all about. It's all about sharing these amazing resources with each other, growing together, and knowing that none of us are alone on this spiritual path. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I would like to welcome you to the Guiding Echoes community, and I'd also like to invite you to subscribe to this channel. Here on this channel, we love to talk about things like intuition, consciousness, angels, spirits, and all that good stuff. So if that's something that you're interested in, hit that subscribe button, and also remember to hit that little bell icon, because that will notify you when I release new videos. If you'd like to learn more about me, you can visit my website at guidingechoes.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.